Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Cancer reading for October 5th to 9th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. Costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build this channel, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. All right, for Cancer, I'm going to cut the deck. For Cancer, please. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages, please, for Cancer? What does Cancer need to hear today? What does Cancer need to hear today? What does Cancer need to hear? Oh, something flipped. All right, Cancer, bottom of the deck, we have the Prince of Wands. All right, Cancer, I think this is you in this reading. You're hot and fiery. You're moving forward quickly, and you're going after something that you really want. You're excited about it. You're fired up about it, and you are looking for a big victory, and you will not be denied. All right, you have some idea in your mind that you are going after, fast and furious. All right, Cancer. Whether it's a love, a job situation, whatever it is, you're going after something. All right. Present situation, Cancer. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? He rules communication and speaking, saying the right words at the right time. He's a fast-moving energy as well, okay? Like this, too. Comes in fast, very direct, okay? And he can be very, direct with his speaking as well. So if you got words to say to somebody, he is going to give you the right words to say. This is your present situation. If you have to have an important conversation about something, you are going to say succinctly and exactly and accurately exactly what you have to say, okay, in a strong fashion. That's the energy he's going to give you. All right, Cancer. Your challenge. Your challenge is Saturn in Libra, 3 of Swords. Sorrow. All right, this is the card of heartbreak, backstabbing, betrayal. Okay, so there might be betrayal in love. Okay, there might have been betrayal at work. There's something you're going after. Okay, but somebody's betrayed you. Love, work, whatever. But this is more sword energy, right? He's going to give you the right words to say to these folks here, or person, or people, the betrayers, the backstabbers, or the hurt and love situation. All right, you need him. You need him to say the right words to this situation. All right, Cancer. That happened, right? You got to take care of that. All right, Cancer, your below position is Major Arcana. We have the Tower card. The Eye of Horus coming in, okay? And the Tower only takes away things that are no longer needed in your life, like people like that, okay? And the Eye of Horus is coming in. It'll be an unexpected event, and it'll happen. And it removes things that are no longer needed in your life. Could be items, could be people. Could be people. All right, that betray you. It could be thought patterns and belief systems that you hold, that are holding you back from things in life. Now, this could be like a quarrel breaks out or something like that, an argument, with these folks here. And then you're going to have the perfect words to say. Okay, Cancer, you will have the perfect words to say. Something's going to happen here with these betrayers, or one person, whatever it is. All right? You are going to have the words to say. The universe is taking care of you there. But life is always smoother, goes better after a Tower event, because it removes all the things that are causing trouble. All right. Past position, which could be yesterday, could be last weekend. We have Major Arcana. We have the Lover's card. All right, Cancer. So, This could be a love situation. You have a decision to make about love, a partnership. This is about a partnership, all right? And you know, you've got a decision to make about love, and you've got a broken heart, or you've been betrayed. Some people have betrayed you, but you still have to make that decision. That could be just yesterday. All right, so it's a tight situation, Cancer. All right, that's your past. All right, we're moving to the future now. Future card is Jupiter and Libra, 4 Swords truce. All right, so a truce has been called. You get refuge from mental chaos. This year's sorrow, mental chaos. The Tower came in, actually. The Tower came in, did its job, and now you have a truce. No more fighting, no more backstabbing and betrayal. All right, the 4 of Swords. And that's now you get to have a break. You take a little break because you've been through a lot here, Cancer. All right, so you take a break, have rest, take care of yourself, refuge from mental chaos. You have a nice little break from that stuff. That's a lot to take in. All right, Cancer, your near future position is Major Arcana. We have the Art card, otherwise known as Alchemy, and this is creating your new reality. All right, you're moving forward from that situation. Like I said, you're moving forward, going after something, okay? After that happened, whatever that was, be some betrayal in some way or form, whether it was love or at work or whatever. But here you are, creating your new situation, turning water into wine and lead into gold. You take all the things in your life, how you want your work life to be, your love life to be, put it all in that cauldron and you stir it up. And you're the alchemist and you're changing your life and creating a new situation and keep your vibration high, right? So you get a nice high vibe, a new situation. All right, Cancer, and get yourself out of that backstabbing mess, okay? And there you are, wearing the color green as the alchemist. That's the new growth. That's the creating the new thing. You're actively participating in your life, and that's what you have to do. Because if you don't put the ingredients in there what you want, your life will fall together by default, and you won't be happy. But if you create it, then you make it the way you want it. All right, Cancer, that's beautiful. After you take your little rest from all that betrayal, then you get to work and you start creating the magic yourself. You are the magic. You create your own reality. All right, Cancer, in your internal position, what you're thinking about, we have the 9 of Swords, cruelty. All right, so this is the psychotic people. You know, this is the ones that did this to you. Whether it be one person or a couple of people, like it may be narcissistic type person, and that sometimes they have a couple of cohorts working with them, right? Triangulation, that's called. And they beat up on you with words, you know, demeaning, degrading, put you down, backstabbing, betrayal. That's that group there. All right. So this is your thinking about them, right? This is in your mind. The Tower's come cleared out. You've moved on to the truce and the art, but you're still thinking about them because it's cruel what they did, the words they said and the things they did. You're still thinking about them, but it's a learning lesson, right? You just learn from that. You see the red flags and you don't go near those kind of people anymore, Cancer. All right, in your environment, Cancer, we have Venus in Scorpio, 7 of Cups, debauchery. All right, that's the same crew. That's the same crew, the 7 of Cups. You know, so you have lots of choices to make. Some are good, some are not good. A lot of possibilities. And in this deck, this 7 is called debauchery, right? Because there's people out to thwart you. Well, there's a lot of that going on here, Cancer. You got some people that are out to backstab you. You know, I think the Tower's taking care of it, but, you know, you're still thinking about it, but this is in your environment, so they're still around. They're still around. You know, don't need me to tell you that. You stay away from these folks, all right? Because all this here is very strong message here, you know. They're not your friends. And you need this Knight of Swords to cut them a new one, you know, with your words. You know, you got to retaliate with his words to this. All right? You need to put an end to that. Just do it. All right, Cancer. Your hopes and fears. You have Moon in Sagittarius, 9 of Wands, strength. Okay, so now you've come out of it, all right? You've won the battle. This is a magical number, 9, 3, 6, 9. Magical combination, a high vibration card. Good luck, a win. You've come through a battle. You've won the battle. You have the strength. So you overcome this. You overcome this. And you create your new reality. And you are doing it. You have done it. You've won. So you got this beautiful, lucky, high vibration card. You will overcome these people. All right, Cancer. Hold the fort there, Cancer. All right, Cancer. The final card and the outcome of this reading is Major Arcana. We have the Lust card. Okay, this is about love. This is your passions and desires that you want fulfilled. And this is I think this is about a love situation. Somebody's hurt you and said words and backstabbed and wow. But we have the Lover's card and this card here. All right. So I think it was a love situation that someone's betrayed you. But it all works out, Cancer. You use that Knight of Swords words and you tell them. And you get to make your decision about love. And then the final card is your passions and desires get fulfilled. All right, Cancer. That was just real story there. A love story. But I think you come out the winner. All right, Cancer. I'm going to pull one animal spirit card for you. One card for Cancer, please. And I'm going to read a bit about it, too. Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. All right, I'm going to read a bit. 8. It's a mystery, all right. Bobcat spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Oh, is this not the perfect card? Because there's truths coming around here. Don't tell them what you're doing. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning. Wow. And reveal no more than necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Wow. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others. Let your logical mind take a rest as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat spirit wants you to be stealthy and wise and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery to be revealed. Is that not just perfect? All right, Cancer, that is the perfect ending to this. All right, I enjoyed that reading. I hope you did, and I'll catch you next time.